Hello, my name is Jesse Merida Gallardo, and this is the reflection of my high school career, 2018 to 2022. When my second year of middle school was ending, I wanted to just meet new people and get a different experience from what other people were having. And I wanted to start making decisions for myself because, in middle school, I'd never done that before. And when representatives of Patino came to my school to offering their first freshman class, I automatically, took interest and started the process to transfer because that was in the lines of what I wanted. And I had expected Patino to be this sort of state of the art, higher institute of learning kind of looking place. And that may have been an exaggeration, but the skills and the lessons they teach you here are worth it. Because I still use them today. I still remember them. And they have they have worked well in my mindset. My first challenge of coming here was just getting used to the different type of work that we had to do, like working in groups and getting up and pitching. So you always had to talk and expose yourself to show that you had to understand. And this has really let me talk to other people the way I wanted and have those experiences that I was looking for, and also allowed me to improve the way I interact and talk with these people. I also like that they told us up front that it was okay to fail, but to try again. And looking back, I know that they were trying to instill this mindset in us. Um, they had us receive lots of feedback and also do lots of storytelling just to build that mindset and learn those and recognize lessons to be able to engage with people. And this is why I believe I was an adaptive learner this year because I had to adapt many things, I had to learn many things and apply them. Uh, Going into sophomore year, I was familiarized with the school and having this new mindset. I learned to be kinder. I wanted to be kinder and also more engaged in the school, be more part of it. And I was part of Cyber Patriots, and so I believe that was the best way to do it. I loved the Cyber Patriots Club. It was so fun to be in, and to be with my team members and this kind of looking at one computer and trying to solve this one thing, and just to have it be this little goofy problem. It was lots of fun. And but one thing that I do remember was when Brett, our supervisor, I called him over because I had this little problem and I was getting really frustrated. And his answer to it was, "Why don't you just Google it?" And I was kind of like, "What?" Because that kind of sounded like cheating, but it's not in Cyber Patriots. So it made me realize that I have so many resources that I had never used before because I thought that I just shouldn't or needed to use them. And so that was like a light bulb moment that he gave me. So I always remember that. And I remember receiving the first big responsibility I ever had, and which was performing a real service, and which was the internship to Joe's Crafts. And I believe Miss Gallardo should be familiar with the Joe's Crafts. I believe so. Well, Joe's Craft was a business that was provided for my team's internship, and we had the task to build him a website and to his liking. And we had to book meetings over slow emails that sometimes we never got responses to, and we really had to think and ideate visually as a team, to get this project done because we were really worried about the trust placed on us because you know Joe's Crafts is expecting a website working, but sadly those plans got interrupted by COVID-19. Um, this year was the year where I'll say it made me to a digital literate citizen because everything during this year, everything went through technology, some way. Like work went through the computer, communications, computer, emails, everything went through technology that at first was real difficult to deal with. But if I had to do it now, I got it. It's easy. And going into junior year, I was excited, for the new experience of being part my own business, and I was still learning about myself, and but coming back into school through virtual learning was, it was not very good. It was unideal, of course, and it kind of changed my mind, like my way of thinking towards school. School was a lot more easier to avoid just shutting that laptop closed, and I just really started giving less effort towards work. I did try many methods to try to complete my work, but looking back at my grades, you you could say many were unsuccessful. You know, yes, with my problems being procrastination and having the little effort towards school not really helping much, I did not achieve big things for this school year. But personally, looking into myself and discovering really who I am and who I want to be, that's I feel like that's where I made a lot of progress and gained a new perspective in my personal life. And I had lots of experiences that may have hurt me or, may have caused me some heartbreak, I guess, but they helped me grow for the better. And I look back at that now and I smile because I like that. One thing that did come from school that had an impact on me were my teachers, Miss Curtis and Mr. Curio, because even though I did not like math, but Miss Curtis, she always came up to me and she always was willing to help me. And, she always had patience, effort, I just didn't understand something. She was understanding, and that's why I'll always remember her. You know, I remember you. And Mr. Creo, he always assisted me and made small talk with me here and there, and he made me realize that I always had someone to talk to, and that I would always ask someone for help. It's not hard to ask someone for help. Um, yeah, junior year I labeled as a risk taker because I took a lot of risk, and most of those risks came with no reward, except that I do believe that I have gained a better perspective of things. After seeing how bad I could get, I'm less judgmental after recognizing my mistakes, and uh, I believe I have a more open mind with less of an ego holding me down because of that. Mhm. Now, with senior year coming to an end and me graduating, oh man, this was the year where I really, start to scrutinize the problems and roadblocks in my life. I saw the most change and recognized my issues, right before the second semester, and I began that year with changing business teams from Essential Sense, which is previously known as Quick Eclipse, to Timeless for You, and I changed it because I saw that I wasn't as passionate, for hair clips, and I could see that the team was getting a little stagnant and stale with the idea, and they were not as passionate as well. So I went to Timeless for You, having offered it, and I'm really glad we did it because looking at our business now, Essential Sense and Timeless for You, we're doing really good, and I want to keep seeing that. That's what I like to see. And doing this made me realize that you need team members that are great. You need to be responsible for your team members. You need to complement each other because everything just goes smoother and easier with them. And I, I'm really glad Nessa asked me to join because I couldn't, I feel like I wouldn't have worked this well with any other people except you guys because you guys are just the most uplifting people to be around, I believe. And I'm so glad to be able to continue this, dream of Team for You with you guys in the future. Um, but yeah, my final year of my final year at Patino is where I identify my core problems and whether they be personal or school related. Even after I identified these problems, it took me some while to solve them. For example, like around 8 to 9 months ago, I had this issue with confidence, and I didn't want to admit it because I didn't believe I didn't believe I had the right to be having this issue. You know, I just believed that, and until I came to the decision to admit it, and I ended up joining boxing, and I'm glad to say that I did that. Um, so yeah, my final year is categorized as my problem solving year, and I hope I have a problem solving year every year. Um, some goals moving forward is I want to keep evolving. I want to keep this mindset I've gained, and I want to keep making it better. And all these problems I've discovered in me, I'm gonna keep solving them. I'm gonna work them out one by one and keep doing what's keeping me well. Those are my goals for the future. Well, yeah. Thank you, everyone.